Hi, this is Melissa. This case study explores a product opportunity inside MobileAction Apple Ads platform. MobileAction manages more than $1 billion in annual Apple ad spends. It has the deepest competitive intelligence in the market. But today, when AI managers finds a problem in the performance, fixing it means moving across 5 disconnected screens, and it usually takes around 5 to 8 minutes. So in the next 5 minutes, I will show you the competitive landscape, problem in the live product, and a fully interactive solution that brings that time under 45 seconds. Let's start with the markets. So here is how I map the competitive landscape across two axes. Intelligence steps on the horizontal axis and the speed to action on the vertical axis. App stance and asepsy, as well as split metrics, sit here. They fast to act but shallow. They automate bits well, really well, but they don't have strong competitive intelligence, so they cannot tell you why CPI spike happened. Adapty sits here. It is really slow for action. It's also shallow. They don't have the quite intelligent layer like AppTweak or Mobile Action has. If you look at AppTweak and Mobile Action sits here, they have the deepest intelligence in the market, but the slowest path from insight to execution. And this contract, as you can see, it is deep and fast. It's still empty. So no platform today is here, and is no platform today also combines mobile action intelligence depth with the execution speeds of the modern automation tool. And I believe here is the opportunity, and it belongs to mobile action. So the company has already the data that makes it possible, because basically the move is not to simplify the product, but the move is to bring execution inside the intelligent layers. So it will be our target position for mobile action. So let me show you this in the real product. This is the Ads Manager's campaign view. The place UI Manager starts every morning. If you notice what's missing, there is no signal panel, no proactive alerts, no signs of what needs attention first. The manager starts with raw metrics, not prioritized work, as you can see. And if you look at the second screen, and also this is the second part of the problem, actually, mobile action already has execution controls. It has action, quick edits, labels, and reporting. But the action surface exists, but the surface still does not surface the diagnosis. It gives the manager tools, but not guidance on what needs action first. So once the manager notices something is wrong, they start moving manually through campaign structure to one step further and to add groups, for example. And even here, there is still no anomaly first workflow. The manager is going deeper, but the product still doesn't explain what's changed. So the manager needs to go even deeper. It was first was in the campaigns and the net groups. Now is the keywords. So this is where execution finally lives. By this point, the manager has gone from campaigns to ad groups to keywords before they can even act. And there is three navigation steps before the manager even reaches the action surface. And as you can see, still the platform doesn't explain why action is needed. The manager has to carry that insight manually into campaign changes. And then comes to a real break. To understand why the CPI spike, the manager has to leave Ads Manager and open CPI Intelligence in a separate surface. So, what does mean? It means that insight lives in one part of the product and the action lives in another. So it's different context, different workflow, different URL, different kind of mental work, I can say. So I see the gap here between where the insight lives and where the action actually happens. And it is the problem. It's, you can say that like it's $500,000 a month in spend. A 6 hours reaction delay during a competitor action event is not a small EX issue. It's easily four-figure budget loss on a problem that the manager could already see easily. And here, where the magic happens, here is the solution. I built this prototype directly in MobileAction product language. It's the same navigation structure, same typography, spacing, and action patterns as the current ads manager, as similar as the current products. The main change is that is the new layer. So this is the signal queue. It sits between the filter toolbar and then a campaign table. So the first thing UA manager sees is not just the raw metric, it is prioritized work. So each signal card, as you can see, does four things that current products not able to do right now. It tells you what's happened. For example, CPA is up to 41%. It tells you why. Headspace changed their CPP 6 hours ago. It shows you the evidence. CPI change, share of voice drop, competitor change, and hourly budget exposure. It gives you the action directly at the point of diagnosis. So, and once the manager understands the cause, the action is already waiting in the same cards. So, if you look at these cards, you will see the problem, and I just click only once, and that's it. The signal is detected, interpreted, and actioned. No manual drill down, no context switch. The manager doesn't have to carry that insight manually into campaign changes. So after the first card is done, you will see the second one. So it's the next urgent issue appears immediately. Here the problem is budget exhaustion, and the platform understand that there are still 6 auction hours left, connects that with current ROAS, and recommends the exact budget increase. So the queue is not just one alert type, it becomes a working surface for different kinds of corrective action. So signals are also filtered by type as well from here. Let's go back to our current queue. So the signals are also filtered by type. If a manager wants to see only competitor related events, and one click, and then back to the full queue. So, and for enterprise teams, the queue also supports speed at scale. On a busy morning, for example, the manager can bulk apply from here, correct actions instead of clearing signals one by one. I can even choose from here. I can apply only the high priority ones or apply all. In this example, I just want to apply for all, as you can see. Let's go back to our queue, and I want to show you something really important here. And I believe this is one of the most important feature in this prototype, this button. This opens the competitive calls directly inside the decision flow. Here, the manager can compare Headspace previous custom product page with the new one side by side. So the platform not only saying that competitor changed something, it is also showing exactly what has changed. So and why the change affects auction performance. For example, this change reduced trial friction that improves tap-through rates and relevance, which makes the competitor stronger in the auction and increase your cost, even if your own bids not change yet or is not going to change anyway. So I believe this is a really important moment. MobileAction can show this because it has a creative, intelligent layer behind the workflow. AppStan cannot show this. Split metrics cannot show this. But this button is MobileAction data modes expressed as a product feature. So thank you for your time and listening my use case study. If you think that I can help your team, just hit me up.